on a date tonight, so I'll have to just fucking go to... No, I'll just do it in front of her, shouldn't I?
He's kept going! He scored! Oh, Stockport pressure. And the header into the back of the net! Played in the game. And a superb goal! Johnny did it! Lisa! Rose tries to get the ball in. Wilkinson! It's a 5-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
No, it's not the Great British Bake Off. It's episode 75 of I'll start again. No, it's not the Great British Bake Off. I had something planned there. I fell asleep. I'm a disappointment to everyone. Let's just get that out there. Right, yes, this is SK3 TV and it's the 75th episode. We are here every week giving you all the county chat, and we have got a bumper show for you tonight in the week where this was going to be like a have I got news for you type of thing. So like, oh, in a week where, and that'd be three little witty bang, bang, bang. But as I said, I fell asleep and woke up 5 minutes ago. Yes, we've got loads to talk about, so let's just get on with it. It's Hannah. Hello.
Hi. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I've properly got that last day of school vibes going on.
Is that the okay? This bodes well for the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Should I have brought a game?
Oh my god! Well, we've got games. We've got Top Trumps. We've got two unknown returning features.
Two returning. I mean, surely we know what features there are. It's not like we're packed full of features.
I have an idea. I don't know, how accurate it is, but yeah, have an idea. Yeah. I've got loads of data. And what else has happened? I went in the bus yesterday. So not to go back straight away to the whole Taylor Swift thing, but the Life of a Showgirl song, which is one at the end with Miss Carpenter, has a line that says, "Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet of flowers." Ever since I heard it, I hear "Thank you for the lovely buffet." I cannot sing anything otherwise. I have been getting ready, like with the TikTok account for when I'm on the cruise, because there are some lovely buffets on the cruise. I've also started saying it as buffet because then it fits with the whole lyric. But I could have done it yesterday at the not Cheadland, the whatever they call it. It's not the 1883, is it? Or is it the 1883 buffet anyway? It's very nice. Highly recommend it. Thank you, Dan. I very much, it's quite a different vibe to the 1883, but nice, more relaxed, same wines on offer. Also poisoned me a little bit.
Oh no.
Not loads, but yeah, it's good. And now I am 100% for going in the buffet and winning, and going in the buffet and Brad Hill's winning man of the match.
Well, and if you want this run to carry on, because this is going to get very important towards the end of the season, you can always buy us a coffee at the link in our thing, and that is all going towards getting Hannah in corporate at the most opportune moment this season. That's what the cash is earmarked for. It's a ring-fenced account. Normally, ring-fenced, given what's happened at County in the past, the word ring-fenced account should bring chills down people's spines. But it's okay. We're not going to run off with the money. Well, I might. I've not decided yet. I might just run off to corporate and leave you.
I mean, it is very nice. I recommend it. Chicken gyros and Grandad's sausage, which,
Oh, Grandad's sausage is back, is it?
Yeah. It's just made for the lols and the sniggers.
You could say for the mega lols.
Mega
topical. Very topical.
Why? What have I missed? What is that like?
It was Ian Watkins' catchphrase.
No, it wasn't. What?
Yeah, mega lols. When I can't admit, I did not think I'd be demonstrating my knowledge of the Ian Watkins court transcripts tonight. But yes, when he committed his crimes, he was texting his accomplices saying it was mega lols.
Oh my god, he is.
And he used to wear a T-shirt saying mega lols on stage as well.
Wow, he was an
Yeah.
awful person.
Yeah, I saw a tweet saying, "Not, I'm not a fan of his music or of paedophiles, but rest in peace." And I died because there's so much to pick out from that sentence. Should we get
Wow.
onto the admin before
Yeah, probably safer.
before it's like Nick going on Mastermind, and it's like, oh, this is Nick. And your special subject is the life and times of Ian Watkins.
Well, it's like that Ed Gain thing, which I read a review of today, because friend of the show, Dave Philbin, had said that he hadn't got past episode 2, and that was it. He was never going back to it because it was so awful. And I read something today, and it said that if it wasn't fictionalized, as in if it wasn't based on a true story, it never would have got through any kind of broadcasting checks because it's that bad. So, yeah. So someone somewhere will be the Ed Gaines mastermind, and probably worse than Ian Watt. I don't know, actually.
Well, we're on TV. Before we get to the admin, as you know, I finally dipped into Celebrity Traitors today.
I love the way that I'm like, oh yes, Nick, you've come round. I got in about 24 hours ago, so hardly 48. It was Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, given my love for all things Claudia Winkleman, it's truly shocking that I hadn't yet got involved, but there's enough celebrities on there. It's refreshing because often when you see a celebrity version of a show, it's always like Love Island people.
Yeah.
And this isn't. This is all talented people.
I mean, they are proper celebs. So Charlotte and I, since I said, because I finished the second episode, I was like, right, where's the next one? Wednesday is the next one.
I have the second one to watch, and I don't know whether to do it tonight or to hang on till closer to Wednesday.
But Charlotte and I are going to go and work our way backwards through other series, but she wants to start with the other Celebrity Traitors one.
Yes, that's what I'll be doing, I think.
So she was going on about Angry Ginge.
Oh, is he on it?
Don't know.
Maybe. He seems like a nice lad, he does, from what I know of that ilk of person.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, good on him. And Dominatrix Claudia Winkleman is just good vibes for everyone.
So funny.
She's wonderful. I'll marry her one day. Right, let's do some admin. Yes, here at SK3 TV, we are, of course, proudly sponsored by Blackbird Kitchen, on the pans at Gorilla Manchester, on the grills at Impossible Manchester, and on the fryers at Len's Chippy in Droylsden. Hannah, if people are watching, what should they do?
Well, they should definitely go to Len's Chippy, but also they should like and subscribe and do the hype thing.
There we go. Absolutely sorted.
Which is like the Art Man, but different.
Right, so I mentioned, I think, because we've got the We Do Not Care Club to come, which is fast becoming the feature that is quite literally sweeping the nation, the county nation.
That's Milani Sanders. It's nothing to do with me, but
yes, but you've brought it into the county nation.
I might, in my absence, I might submit them to my designated, nominated replacements.
But the thing is, because I've already got glasses on, I should have to take my glasses off to read it, which could be an issue.
Yeah,
really a problem.
Yeah, I tried to clean them before. They're not clean.
No, welcome to the world of a glasses wearer. No matter how clean you think they are,
I've got bionic eyes. I wore glasses for years.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, got them lasered. Oh.
That scares the shit out of me, that does. Right, so I mentioned... So tonight we have got Salford to touch on as we discuss our wonderful evening out that I lasted about an hour of. We have got roof discourse. There's a phrase I didn't think I'd use. Roof discourse, and I have got a bee in my bonnet, Hannah, which we will get to. I mean, haven't we all got a bee in our bonnet about the roof in one way or another?
It's roof discourse, like in Yorkshire when they dance on, like when they have a roof, like a rooftop bar, and they have a party, and is that a roof discourse?
That's exactly it. I was hoping someone would spot that.
Christ.
We're going full Yorkshire.
Oh,
But I did mention there's not just a return, I'd say a triumphant return for two features that we thought were long dead. But this week, this was before the roof when it became apparent that we were going to be able to bring these features back. So just imagine what kind of a week it's been.
I do have a theory about the roof and the roof discourse. Let's well, no, it fits into everything else. And while everyone's talking about the roof, no one's talking about, don't know, what's happening on the pitch.
Anything else? People's kids have starved this week because the parents have been. Everyone's busy talking about the roof. It's what everyone's talking about.
I had someone message me last night as well and say, "Is it true, or what's this about the roof flying away during the game?" It's like,
right,
no, it's AI.
We'll leave this for a moment because that
right.
forms the centre of my major bugbear. It's a part of it. But I don't want to disillusion everyone too quickly because I'm going to get really, really livid. Absolutely sick of it. So what we'll do, you want an unapproved county Facebook group post of the week, I suppose, don't you? Not only that, how do you feel about two unapproved county Facebook group posts of the week?
Are they the two?
And an inexplicably approved.
Are the two that were not approved the ones that we did not approve?
Yes. Not only do we do not care, we also do not approve. We were lucky enough to be able to hit the magic button, weren't we? And it was
so exciting.
To quote Damon Albarn, it gives me a sense of enormous well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It was fantastic.
Very, very satisfying. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's do that then.
Let's do that. So would you like the one inexplicably approved post first, or would you like
let's save that for something to look forward to, because I don't 100% know what that is, whereas I do know, I think, what the other two are.
Okay, we will give you a double bill of this.
Your unapproved county Facebook group post of the week.
Oh, I didn't think we'd hear that again. It's good to have it back. So the first of two that we have.
Okay.
I know some don't like song ideas being posted on here, but fuck it, don't care. I should note at this point that he censored the F word, which, given how offensive what follows is
I also like. I mean, I like he's following the We Do Not Care Club rules as well, so he has got some. I assume he
sweeping the nation
as well.
Right. Ollie Norwood song, and in my head it sounded okay. I'm ready for the laughs and piss takes, but here goes. I shan't be singing. I'll just put that out there. Nobody needs that. To Sweet Caroline, brackets, you all hate it already. Correct. I mean, I know there's a desire from you for me to sing this. I don't think it's possible because it scans quite badly. I don't think it's possible.
But that was the terms of this feature making its return.
Oh, Ollie Norwood. Vile. Passings never look so good.
So good,
Don't do it.
so
Don't do
good.
it. Oh no! And yeah, he's our midfield maestro with several O's. And it falls down fairly quickly.
No, it just does not work.
No, there should be, because everyone likes to come up with a song.
A midfield maestro. That would have worked.
Oh no! I mean,
objectively, it would have scanned better. I don't think this is ever going to work.
No, I mean, given we've still got people singing Hinchcliffe in the middle of our goal after 9 years.
Even the people that say Hinchcliffe in conversation say
They do.
when they sing it.
I have witnessed people talking about Hinchcliffe, and then the song starts up, and they'll suddenly say Hinchcliffe. It blows my. If we're on songs, I can get it all out now. Just the stuff that's boiled my piss for like the last 3 years. Right, I'm going to recite the words to you. I want you to fill in the gaps.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this might be something you've not even spotted, but I guarantee it's going to annoy you.
Okay.
E-I-E-I-E-I-O, up the Football League we go. When we win promotion, this is what we'll sing. We are Stockport, Super Stockport.
Charlie is our king.
That's what it should be, yes. But everyone sings Challenger.
Challenger. It doesn't.
The jamming a syllable when there's a
And
nickname.
like when we sang it in the 90s, it was Danny. So for me, it's like a natural.
Danny, Jonesy, Jimbo.
Yeah.
But Dave Challenger has a 2-word nickname for exactly these purposes.
I mean, he makes sure that everyone has a 2-word nickname, even if their name is 1 syllable.
Yeah, that's really good of him. Right, we will get on to the next one. So this was also posted on Tuesday.
It was submitted on Tuesday.
Well,
this is one that I unapproved with an iron fist.
Yeah, and what an iron fist it was. So this particular poster posted anonymously, which always a good sign.
It's a shame you don't see who it is, do you?
No, you definitely don't see who it is. No, there's definitely no name attached to this that we secretly know and are secretly keeping an eye out for. Who taking Union Jack flags tonight? Yeah, and it was that point that I was going to suggest that the post be approved, and we set up a series of Gary Neville sock puppet accounts. But I had better things to do. I had a pub to go to Tuesday night after the third hit the net. We will have a inexplicably approved post later as well, but because this might be the last time we do this, we'll bookend it with the jingle again.
You're on Approved County Facebook group, post of the week.
There we go. Very good to have that.
I think you should have that ready while I'm off.
Yep, I could do that.
Because then someone else could read them to you for once.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Live reaction.
So are you surprising me with a co-host who can read in that case?
No, I'll probably voice note them.
Yeah, fair.
Don't want to. I mean, we don't want to risk it, quite honestly. Right? Am I not caring? And then I can, because there's various admin bits that require, I need, right.
Yeah, we want you to not care, please.
Oh crap! Already dropped my pen. Right, hang on. You'll note that I'm using my Disney notebook because I'm getting to Disney.
Look at Lucy Letby over here.
No, that didn't work again. Yeah, I think I ate some of it. Right. Welcome to the We Do Not Care Club. For all new and existing members, the We Do Not Care Club was founded for people who don't care about things or do care but have just had enough. So here are today's announcements. We do not care that we have a gazebo over the railway end. The acoustics did them a favour, as did the restricted view. And this isn't even a Stockport County held opinion. This is an opinion that has been levelled at the Blackpool fans from across the league, which I've quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I've also really appreciated the messages of solidarity from other clubs that have had similarly temporary structures
Yeah.
and have had the piss taken out of them. And now they're like, look at our beautiful stand. However, when I walked in yesterday, it did look like the flags were on top of the
Yes.
tent. And I
It
did
looked like
think,
a WI thing.
yeah, it did look very kind of village fatey. Although I do also really enjoy that we are taking the piss out of ourselves in true Stockport County fashion. So there was a tweet from the club last night about happy campers. Bellis is in corporate saying about, we've got a gazebo and it might look shit, but we've got a roof finally. So yeah, okay. We do not care that XG says we should have scored 3. We'll score 1 and win anyway. Obviously, that's incredibly tongue-in-cheek because I very much do care. We do not care about the FA Cup draw. Some of us. Some of us are on holiday, but please God, not Wigan again.
It's going to be Wigan.
None of this Buxton or Macclesfield stuff. That's too exciting, too much fun. I mean, think of the loyalty points. Because I'm an actual member as well, I have the absolute maximum loyalty points available. And Buxton away, that would be my time, surely.
Yeah, that's your time to shine right there. And just...
None of even the loyalty point whores would be envious. Anyway, right. Finally, we do not care. We lost to Salford. We clearly weren't trying to win, and at least there was no crane. Did you see the crane at Salford's game yesterday?
Yes, I did. What was that all about?
So they are sponsored by Fireball, the whiskey.
A very good tipple.
Fireball had run a competition. I've not messaged Will about this yet, actually. I will do. Fireball had won a competition for fans to be able to watch the game from a crane at Chesterfield because it gets round the alcohol in line of sight of the pitch rule somehow.
Smooth.
So yeah, that happened yesterday. So at least there wasn't that. And that's the end of today's announcements. I don't know whether maybe there will be some next week. We'll see. They're probably travel related.
Yeah, you can throw some travel related ones, and I'll see what takes my fancy this week. Right, so as we do, I suppose we should go chronologically right after this. We should touch on Salford, I suppose, even though we've sort of made amends for that. It was obviously we don't expect much from the EFL trophy anyway, from any club really, given the amount of changes that are made and everything. But we didn't actually make that many changes. I think people expected a lot more in terms of rotation. So it was for that reason I assumed, this will be all right. We'll win this easy. I was wrong.
It felt a bit well. I got the scoreline right, just not because I'm a member. You can do that score predictor thing, and I suppose
yes, you can
3-1. It felt a little bit like a bit of a test for Saturday in terms of playing without Onyango and Benno.
Onyango did play on Tuesday, though.
Yeah, but so did Corey O'Keefe, and he needed minutes in him.
Yes, very much so.
So more that than anything else. But
yeah.
and that kind of sent me in Saturday really quite concerned. But actually, Corey O'Keefe was better on Saturday, but we'll get to that. Yeah, it didn't. It's the same with every game like that. They're not used to each other. We're at that point now with kind of 3 in a row that we are starting to. It's that kind of almost intuition. They're building up partnerships. Norwood and Bailey, and yeah, obviously Bailey played on Tuesday, but Norwood didn't, and all of that just gets eradicated in all of those games, and that kind of natural improvement that comes was
Yeah, there wasn't really a lot to pick out in terms of positives. I think if I had to pick 3 positives, one, Owen Moxon looked probably. I know it's not a high bar, but certainly the best player on our side.
He was very good.
2 kind of half chances in the first half that all centred around him. Odin Bailey, when he came on, was very, very good again. More on him later when we get on to yesterday's game. 3rd positive, they had chips. No, they didn't have chips, did they?
Well, they did, but I'd clearly hyped them up so much. I'm waiting for my commission check from Babs, so it's going to work out all right. But yeah, I was like, "Do you got any chips? No. Do you got any? I can't remember what else." Like, I was like, spring roll, yeah. And actually, spring roll was very nice, but
it did make me sad that within like 30 seconds of your arrival in the stadium, you were already disappointed. It's very much a sign of things to come, wasn't it?
Standard. And I had driven around for bloody ages trying to get parked. And we'd encountered an anti-Gary Neville protest on Neville Road.
Stunning.
Yeah. So, and if anyone hasn't seen it, there's a guy called Generation Red who does the Salford podcast. He's a really nice guy. Him and his son used to do it. I don't know if his son still does, but he did a video that's gone a bit viral, like as a response to Gary Neville. The podcast is Generation Red, but I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but it's worth a look because it properly made me giggle.
Yes, I saw a bit of that, and I'm it was very strange to have that. Apparently, he was there as well on Tuesday night. So we were speculating about that before the game, and I was like, well, it's internationals, so he's not really doing any games for Sky, so he will most likely be.
Yeah.
Do you think he's still? It always makes me laugh because I don't think it's just limited to us. I think it's just the sort of thing every opposition fan base will do, but they'll sing Gary Neville is a wanker. And now he's demonstrated already on the documentary that he's a big fan of this because our fans were shown singing it at him. I think it might have been even before the playoff games. I think it was from then. And he's very much enjoys being hated type of guy as he was with a player. As a player, so wasted energy.
Yeah, that's it. And it did make me cringe a bit though when we had a chorus of Gary Neville as a wanker, and it made us sound like a bunch of racists. So there is that. But I mean, obviously, as the club with the proximity to the synagogue that was attacked in Heaton Park, they've had a challenging kind of week or so, and lots that they're dealing with behind the scenes, but they're also at the moment, they used to do the Compromise 2 documentary.
Yeah.
They do their own now. So they control everything. And obviously that's been covered. Like what's been going on over the last week has been covered as well. So that might be out. And I think it's out like more synchronously than like the TV program ever was. So yeah, that'll be interesting to watch, I think.
Yeah, well, it was just a disappointing. Oh, another positive. I was in the pub within about 7.5 minutes of the third hit in the back of the net.
Yeah, I couldn't even get Bovril. That's how bad it was.
No, all day I was saying, oh, I'm gonna have myself a beefy drink tonight, and then
No.
drinks. Although I have come up with, so Salford have got a whole consultation at the moment about reverting back to the orange that they played in as Salford amateurs, and so I've got a whole thing for Will around the Life of the Showgirl era, which is obviously all orange. He's really embracing it. Very, very
Good.
excited about this for Salford.
Everyone should be embracing their inner showgirl era, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I've ordered 17 new outfits today. Anything? I don't think there is anything else.
No, let's move on.
Really. Yeah, it's
Um,
just a disappointment, but it does mean that something is riding on the Wigan home game, which I'm sure will be a
It'll
bumper
probably be in
attendance.
the same week as we play them in the FA Cup. So
It, of course, will be, and then 10 days after that, there'll be a replay in the FA Cup. I did a
No.
mock draw and got Plymouth away, so it could be worse.
No
Could
replay.
absolutely be worse. Oh shit, there isn't, is there? I forgot. Oh god, what a load of rubbish.
And we are ball number 43.
43.
Yeah.
Noted.
think.
Oh,
I don't know why. I
in
remember the weirdest shit. Like,
in
seriously.
a draw that is not being televised on the BBC, but it is on TNT Sports on the TNT Sports YouTube channel, which is really upsetting.
Well, it'll take me about 10 minutes to find it on the TV in the Seychelles.
I want Mark. When do you leave?
Friday. So I'm flying on Saturday.
Well, the draw's tomorrow, so.
No, I know, but I've still got to watch it as if I was in the Seychelles.
Oh, do you not have TNT?
Well, I do, but not through legitimate means.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm with you. Well, I nearly went to the Seychelles yesterday because I've been in bed with the lurgy, so I planned to go to the Seychelles yesterday. And then I remembered it was international break.
No.
I couldn't get a flight into Seychelles
Oh,
because
right.
everyone was coming in for the international game.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you Sky Sports for your. Although the Sky Sports commentator yesterday got our goalkeeper's name right, so I will absolutely take that. Although he did mention the here in Greater Manchester several times, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with us being in Greater Manchester, but we are also in Cheshire. It should be like, you know, when you mention a political party at election time on the BBC, and then by law you have to like mention another political party. That's what they should have to do on Sky. It should be like, oh, the men from Cheshire. And then mix it up and be like the men from Greater Manchester, just to keep everyone. Well, you're not going to keep everyone happy, as we'll find out now, because something that a lot of us have dealt with in the past: a temporary erection. Yeah, kind of been thrown up, for want of a better word.
It has, but it appears to have then kind of stalled at half mast in terms
Again, we've all been there.
because the original plans have the scoreboard being lifted up above the kind of apex of the roof, and it sounds like that's not going to happen. So you've now got the most pointless replays known to man, and an incredibly expensive, lauded as the biggest screen in League One. It wasn't the Football League, was it? It was League One. Now kind of half covered.
Yes, it's... Yeah. Do you reckon Manchester Airport kind of got on the phone and went, no, absolutely not. No, this will interfere with us if you put it that high up. So leave it where it is.
No. Still lower than Sheedland, isn't it?
Exactly. And it will be for a couple of years yet, probably. Right. I'm trying to work out the timeline of this. So I think, first of all, people were walking past and seeing the crane. That was it's the second time a crane's been mentioned tonight.
No. The first one was like the post went in. So I think it was the QPR Academy game. You could see the post going in. And that was the first point at which it's like, there's a lot of posts. This is a very secure temporary structure.
Yeah. So this was like the first time since 1994 where you could be in the ground for a game and critiquing work that's going on. It's been a long time coming since we could all pretend to be structural engineering experts.
Oh,
So
good times.
that's good. It's good. It's good to have that. So more of that,
Which,
please. County.
ironically, was the last time I was in the railway end, I think.
The last time I've been in since then, but
I don't think I have.
the friendly that we had to mark the opening of the Cheadle end against City, me and my dad queued up for the Cheadle end, and I got very restless and was like, "Oh, let's just go in the railway end like normal," and then not realizing that it was packed full of Man City fans.
Oh,
So that's where my hatred began. I think that's where it all started. That's like my Rosebud moment. I'm very obsessed with Citizen Kane this week, me.
so the last time I was in the railway end was against Hull in the playoffs, and there was a bit of a pitch invasion. I got squashed, and then my uncle's car got broken into. It was great day.
Good day. And that was before we even had the Louis Barry Hull connection to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, more on. Should we have more on Louis Barry now, or should we wait?
Oh, well, go on then. Yes, go on. Yes, do it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, get the plaster off.
Let's do it.
Inexplicably approved. County Facebook group post up a link.
Yes, it's back as well. So
Back here.
A post pops up on everyone's favourite county-based Facebook supporters group last night. Once again, I am reading them out exactly as they are presented, spelling and grammatical errors and all. Not to mock anyone for not being as great at that, but just give people the feel.
I don't. Yeah, they don't have the same. I think they'd hit differently if they weren't read verbatim.
Yeah, I think so as well. So this was a poll. This was not one of the polls
I was
holding
going
the
to say
gazebo.
off at the railway end.
The polls off of the railway end. That makes it sound like we specifically hired Polish builders to do it. We might have done. I don't know. No bias aside, not League Two tinted glasses. Right this very second, you have once choice. Right, I need to take a deep breath before I read this question. Who would you right now, as of finishing that Blackpool game today, have in the team in the left wing position? Choice 1, Louis Barry right now, as of finishing the Blackpool game, 11th of the 10th, 25. Option 2, Jack Diamond, as of finishing the Blackpool game, 11th of the 10th, 25. And this elicited all sorts. This wasn't us. Mark Stott did this. This is the fallout from Mark Stott's interview last week. This is.
But my problem with the whole thing is because, neurodivergent. This could not happen under any, there is no weird and wonderful chain of events where Louis Barry could be playing for us now after the Blackpool game on the 11th of the 10th, 25. Whereas Jack Diamond is a player that is contracted, signed for us, and playing in a nice little link up with Woodson Lowe yesterday. So there is no question to answer. It's ridiculous, and that's the end of it.
So with all the roof discourse, I mean, we like a laugh and joke on here. That's I think we offer that. That's fine. So with all the roof discourse, sorry to go all serious for a minute here. This is big. Genuinely, we've seen the worst of humanity, and it's not very nice to see. So you might think you don't know what I'm talking about, but I guarantee you do. So there's a large this is like a societal problem, but like a large portion of the older generation who like to sort of bemoan the fact that like young people all live on the phones nowadays and
Right.
stuff. But that's a good thing that they spend a lot of time on the phones because they can recognize the obvious use of AI. Hannah, I cannot believe the things that I have seen on the internet this weekend. I'm absolutely just when you think people can't shock you more. Oh my! I mean, I'm sure you know that I'm referring to the picture of the gazebo having the obviously doctored picture of the gazebo having blown away. There's no scoreboard. How is that blown away?
Scoreboard, and the sky's great. Like, it was beautiful yesterday. I mean, not that that would prevent like any of this happening because we were there and we know it didn't happen. But you know, yeah.
And then I don't know what's worse: the people taking it seriously and not realizing it's AI, or the people who think they've spotted that it's AI, but they're not certain. So they're like, "Oh well, I've just looked out my window and the sky's blue." It's like, "Yes, come on, get there, make the jump." Oh, it's proper mad.
Can you imagine? Although I did think, you know, because of the structure that it is, the front of it was flapping a bit, like it's like a top layer, I think. But it reminded me of marquees where the side like zips up, you know, like an awning on a caravan. It felt a bit like that. It does
It's
look
very much so.
flimsy. I'm sure it will 100% have been really robustly tested, but yeah, I never liked Barrows. Barrows is worse because it's side on, but it's not great. But it's temporary.
Yeah, some people seem to have taken it upon themselves to like defend it, and it's like, no, it's fine, just embrace it. I think that the key phrase is temporary structure. People don't seem to, and then I know it's semantics and everything, but you'll see people saying, "Oh, Stockport have unveiled their new stand." It's like, no, we haven't. No, it's the same stand, but if you put a new roof on your house, it's not a new house.
The other thing as well has been largely from other clubs saying, you know, what, like, I'd rather get wet than sit in that. We don't care. That should have been, we don't care if you're wet or dry. The EFL do. And it's the covered rules, and it's so that we've got this horseshoe thing and we can have more home fans in the pop side.
Yeah.
Which the pop side was a den of shenanigans on Saturday. There were people being escorted out and all sorts.
What did I miss?
Don't know. I was watching the football for a change.
It's a start, isn't it? That's a start. Yeah, I mean, Blackpool fans are the last people who should be criticising it anyway, given that their away end was scaffolding for the best part of a decade.
Yeah,
So,
do you know what? That's what's going to happen. We're going to get Gillingham in the cup. They're going to come and bitch about it.
And the winner gets to take the other one's temporary stand.
I mean, they've got a temporary stand with no roof. At least we've got a permanent stand with a temporary roof.
When does temporary become permanent? Because
I don't know. Ask Brad.
It seems like Gillingham have had that temporary stand for about 25 years.
Ask Brad Gallinson.
Yeah, if it's been there for like a quarter of a century, I don't think it's temporary. But I don't know. But people seem to the hope for me was that Blackpool fans would be able to create a bit of an atmosphere with the roof, and then that'd carry elsewhere, but it didn't.
No, but I do think acoustically it helped them. They did sound very noisy. We were especially quiet, I think, yesterday. There was a bit of noise from the Cheadle end, but not a great deal. And but they were noisy, and I'm certain that the roof helped with that.
Yes,
Normally it just the sound just goes.
not so much of a problem yesterday, but when we come up against a better team and their fans are actually getting behind them, because Blackpool fans haven't had a lot to... I did not realise until watching the build-up to the game that they'd spent £1 million on a striker from Crystal Palace only to just rip up his contract. Like, I knew this had happened. I did not know they paid £1 million for him.
Yeah, they've also had someone who did a Callum Connolly and got injured, like Artie Hoskinen, like really early on as well, and they've not seen him. I did the It's Not Orange podcast, and actually there's an article in The Guardian today with one of the Guardian journalists who went to the game and talking about it from a Blackpool point of view, and it's the whole it can't get any worse, and the Mick McCarthy meme from whenever it was. And yeah, so Tom, who does the It's Not Orange podcast, is quoted in there, but I did their podcast on Thursday. It came out on Friday. And he was, they're just, they don't know who they want. You know, everyone's got positives and negatives, like Everett and Wellens have been bandied around.
I'll tell you who else has been bandied around today that gave me a good laugh this morning. Dave Challoner.
Well,
I thought that tickled you.
I'm surprised it took this long. Who else is someone else? Is it Schumacher? Matt Bloomfield's been interviewed apparently.
Now, Matt Bloomfield would be good because Bloomfield Road, and then that'd go along with Arsene Wenger managing Arsenal.
Steve
Do you know
Evans.
what Steve Evans, Steve Evanage.
Yeah.
Steve Evanage.
Yeah.
Do you know what the manager of Wolfsburg in Germany is called?
I really hope that he's called Wolfberg.
He's called Wolfgang Wolf.
Nice.
So if I'm
Paul Hartley at Hartlepool as well.
Yes, of course. I know. Like Wolverhampton Wanderers like to go Portuguese with their appointments, but I am imploring them to, when they inevitably change manager around January time, to go for Wolfgang Wolf, please. It's what the world needs desperately.
It's nominative determinism, isn't it? It's meant to be.
Yes.
Right, Blackpool then. So Blackpool have got Stephen Dobby. Liam Richardson. Yeah, that was the other one that kind of just came from nowhere today.
But who's going to interview Dave Challoner?
Oh dear.
Yeah, it does seem pretty nailed on that it's him by the... Although, I mean, it's a conversation that comes up often, and given we've got a successful manager, it'll come up again. The betting odds for the manager market. So... Dave Challoner was 33 to 1 for the Luton job. By all accounts, it took 2 bets to shift him into 25 to 1. So this goes to show just how easy it is to move the market. When you see such and such a person's gone into evens, it's like, I mean, it might mean something, but it probably won't.
They suspended betting on Richie Wellens to Luton last week, and so the Blackpool fans were like, "Right, it's done. It's all signed." And I was like, from what I know, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, we can confirm that most likely is bollocks because it's just come out now that it looks like Jack Wilshere is getting appointed tomorrow. So that could go like either way. They're going to be like really bad or really good off the back of it.
So Jack Wilshere, when I was doing some research for someone who was appointing a manager for a current League One team, Jack Wilshere was in the running for that two and a bit years ago. So, but at that point he was, very much still doing his badges. Probably with Sally. And yeah, but he was a good pick then. So it's nice. In fact, nearly everyone, it's funny, most of the people on that list were kind of unknowns at that point, and now they're all over the place. The vast majority of them are managing clubs that you'd have heard of, whereas at the time they were absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, it seems like he's one of them, Jack Wilshere, where he's in the running for loads of stuff, and it's just a matter of someone giving him a chance, I think. And it seems as though
it's a fit on both sides, isn't it? Like, I remember talking to the Cowley brothers about Colchester, and they'd obviously left Lincoln, and then and David Artell was the same as well. He said you go and you have conversations with people, and whether you're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. You get a really good idea of whether you actually want to go and work there or not. So be interesting.
Yeah, it will. And something else that was interesting was, of course, look at that link. Was, of course, yesterday's. So in terms of the lineup, very little in the way of surprise.
Yeah.
Because how can you really make changes other than enforced ones?
It was really just. O'Keefe Mfronyango was nailed on. No, I couldn't see that being different. The low for Woods is probably the popular choice.
Oh, low for Benno.
Yeah, sorry, low for Benno. Probably the popular choice, but I wasn't sure about it. I thought that maybe Moxon, push Diamond up further forward. Moxon come in after he'd played really well on Tuesday, or Febs even. But I think Febs still got some fitness issues, hasn't he?
Yeah, I do like the idea of Jesse Febs up front, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that pace would help.
Yeah. So let's do yesterday.
Yeah, well, it was the same old story again. It was very much a dominant first half. But Blackpool offered basically nothing.
No, they were. Everything's changed and nothing's changed, right? In that we are still in a position where we're conceding fewer quality chances, which is fine. Our conceded XG is dropping, and that's kind of across. We've had 3 really interesting games in a row in that we had an away game, a game with 10 men, and a home game. So in all 3, completely different contexts, we've managed to we're kind of steadily improving. 2 clean sheets in 3 games. So and 1 goal conceded from open play in 180 minutes. You can't really argue with that. And I think the benefit as well is that permanence. Like I said at the beginning, you've got Olowu, Pye and Hills at the back who are defensively
that's locked in,
and that structure's there. Then you've got Norwood and Bailey in the middle who are much more synchronized than we've seen. You still get this massive change at half time, and the more I look at it, the more I think it's intentional. And I think it's very much we're going to take Norwood out of the game because otherwise they're going to take him out of the game. And if we don't respond to it, because he is so dominant in the first half, and it goes from, what was it? It was something 47 passes in the first half, 19 in the second.
Yeah.
But it's not just him. It's across the squad. Pye goes from 35 in the first half to 8. Osborne 30 to 10. Our completed passes are going up. We are calmer, I think, more collected, and that was the thing. I think that's what got Brad Hills the Man of the Match award. He just looked in control, and it made it look easy. He was just calm and collected. And we've talked about pressures. Blackpool, I think, are the first team that have statistically had played more I don't know what the noun is. More pressures? I don't know. That sounds weird. But the difference is that our pressures are changing. So we've gone from like a very chaotic gegenpress type pressure to now a much more so it's calmer, it's less chaotic, and it's just more controlled. And I think that's a massive difference. We went from really passive press against Reading, and then an aggressive pressure against Huddersfield, and then control yesterday. And I think that's the difference. We are in a situation where with Blackpool and with Exeter coming up, but I mean Exeter drew with Reading yesterday. We're now kind of against teams that we should be beating and we should be putting a few past. And it's still my concern that we're not. You know, that last 5 minutes yesterday was torturous because it just felt like that's when we lost the control and we lost the balls flying. It just.
You kind of got the sense towards the end that if they'd brought Horsfall on and stuck him up front, they'd probably have scored.
Yeah, it was. Ben's doing really well, but the what's the metric? PSXG, so it's the post-shot XG that he's facing much lower than for other teams. So what that's telling us is we knew this, like we had a really tough start to the season and now it's starting to get a bit easier. So it's really easy, bless them, to, say, oh, look how well Hinchcliffe's doing. It's kind of natural fallout as well. And I really, really felt sorry for Corey on Tuesday night because I've not hated myself enough to go back and watch it. But I don't know.
Well, you can't because we've not even posted the highlights up.
I don't know that there were, it was necessarily goalkeeping errors or, anything like that. So
no,
we're still doing well from set pieces. Obviously, the goal. In fact, 3 goals in the last 3 games from set pieces. Pye against Reading, Norwood against Huddersfield, and then a low from corner yesterday. So obviously Clint Hills and Dave Conlon have listened to their talking to and cracked on. Although Charlie yesterday screaming at Moxon, right at the end. And the problem is, and this shows in the stats as well, the subs that are coming on are having so little impact on the game. So, he's screaming at him and saying, he needs to do what he's being told to do. But I don't know, like it feels he's a professional footballer, I get it, but to come on for 10 minutes or whatever it is, I suppose 20, but it's I don't know whether it's fair to judge him on that completely when you can see what he's capable of when he plays more or less a full game against Salford.
It wasn't just him either, because as soon as the final whistle went, Callum Camp's got a bit of a bollocking from Charlie as well. Yeah, it was literally the second the whistle went. Yeah, he's on the pitch having a few words.
Yeah. So what I would say is our conversion rate is higher. Low and Woods both had good opportunities, but there is an over-reliance on Woods for that lead press, and I don't know, Nathan Lowe just feels a little bit out of sort, like a kind of floating. He's not really sure where he needs to be or should be, and
he was almost a bit out of position. He was almost same as Benno was the other week, like shunted out onto the right. And it's like, it's one thing being a centre forward put out of position out wide, but if you've got a bit of pace about you, then you can make it work. But that's not his game. I mean, he seemed a bit don't know if it's disappointment in himself or the fact he was
Oh,
subbed off.
yeah.
But I mean, the two chances he had, there was the header where he should have done better, but then there was a shot from the edge of the box that he had no other option really. There was a point where Diamond went for goal where he should have passed to him. So I don't think it's all on
No.
him. I just didn't think he was the type of striker we needed to sign in the first place. I think someone closer to Tanto, because, and I think that's it's all in good saying, well, because we are 4 points better off than at this point last season. So there is a case. There is a case, but I'm hoping there'll be more on this shortly. There's a case to say that maybe the reason why we're getting worse from like the hour mark onwards is because we don't have someone with Tanto's pace. Because the opposition defence can just step up an extra 10, 15 yards because they know we've not got anyone who can threaten them and get in behind them, break the offside trap. So that's basically why it's happening. We've got no one who can do that.
And what we did see a lot yesterday was that pass from Norwood out to O'Keefe. And you know, he was, Ben Osborne. I mean, statistically, absolutely not. Ben Osborne was, you know, you like on my passing network chart, Ben Osborne is a big, thick red circle. But the volume of passes going between Norwood and O'Keefe was really, really significant. And, you know, increasingly, well, the issues then, the cross accuracy is still a bit low, but better.
Yeah,
getting better.
I did notice that. So Osborne was a lot more willing than O'Keefe to deliver a ball into the box. Osborne's crosses, on the face of it, very similar to what we saw from Ibitore crossing wise, but Ben Osborne doesn't have people screaming at him saying that he's shit. So that's a weird one. That's a bit of a strange one for me to come to terms with.
Yeah, it's like Kyle Noyle. They're loving him at Mansfield.
Yeah. Oh god, it's just things that annoy me tonight. It does link into the Blackpool game, it's fine. But this thing of, we shouldn't have let player X go. It's like, well, player X was offered a contract. So, and that brings me on nicely to very glad that Fraser Horsford didn't get on, because given there was people calling him a money grabbing see you next Tuesday. So I'm setting up fake email addresses and LinkedIn profiles, and I'm going to offer these people new jobs on more money than they're on and see if they turn it down, and then say, no, you're a hypocrite.
The thing is as well, though, like they asked all the Blackpool players as part of their like pre-season stuff, like, who are you looking forward to playing? And he was like, county. He's a shit house, isn't he? Like, it was the same at Northampton. He scored against Northampton on his debut against them. So I think he'd thrive on it. So him not going on and not facing, I mean, I like to think that the vast majority of people would have clapped him like we did for Sauce.
You think? Yeah, there just seems to be there seems to be a little this desire to. I don't know if it's born of the content that you see from the top level of the game, but it seems like there always needs to be someone to hate. And I'm all for a good hate watch. I love a good hate watch as much as the next person, but let's make it applicable. Let's make it actually for the right people, not just. I don't want. We paid Fraser Horsford to do a job for us. He did it, and he left to go do that job elsewhere for an age where it's a big contract.
That's the issue. It's like an incel type of reaction in terms of like, I didn't want to shag her anyway. Like, she's gone away and it's all her fault and it's absolutely nothing to do with my actions.
And imagine imagine Horsford signed a 4-year contract with us and then got injured at the start of the season, as he has done at Blackpool. Yeah. People would be losing their minds. Like, he's injured and we've got 4 years of this.
Yeah. And there was the whole like, oh, he was having discussions around like behind their back. It's like it's when you're talking to a lad, you've got options, not permanent. You're still single, and then you can commit and you sign a contract for 4 years.
Yeah. It's just like that. Yeah.
Just like that.
I don't talk to lads.
No, right. I've got some league table thoughts. Should we quickly do Exeter? Like really quickly.
Yes, perfect. This is like what you said earlier about us having a lot of tougher games early on. This is an opportunity now to really make this into a proper run. What I would ideally like is for us to perhaps go 2 or 3 goals up just in one game so that we can sub Ollie Norwood.
Just to see what happens. Like,
just to see if it catches on.
and
I'm speaking as a Jeopardy fan. I quite like 1-0 wins with fairly late goals.
No,
I do.
I am happy and relaxed in the footballing environment until, well, no, not ever. We were 5-0 up against Wrexham, and I was like, no, I've seen them come back from this before. No, there is, no. But under normal circumstances, I am relatively comfortable at 2-0 because I feel like they can score one. And we've absolutely got to get our shit together. But even if they score another one, they've got to score 2 more for it to lose. So, 3-0, obviously, very comfortable. Happy with that.
We, of course, won't be getting to see Ryan Rydell for 2 reasons. One, it's in his loan contract that he can't play against us. And 2, he's not getting in the team anyway. We will possibly get to see Danny Andrew once again this season.
Danny Andrew has been featuring heavily. They did draw with Reading yesterday, but their XG was 0.31 versus Reading's 0.97. So it's another one where they are, like Blackpool did yesterday. I mean, Blackpool were, I don't even know, I wrote it down somewhere. Showing you those race maps before, Blackpool's barely gets off the bottom. Like ours is high, but it's high relative. It's not, because then it obviously it's in real time, so it's recalculating and calibrating all the time. But it just doesn't. We're not achieving to our potential.
Yeah, but I've seen one of those awful engagement farming Twitter accounts who said who's the team who's underachieving the most in League One, and a lot of people seem to be saying us, which is mad considering Luton were a Premier League club just over a year ago. I'm not so sure that's. I mean, I think being in that conversation for automatics is where we should be expecting to be, which we are. We're 4 points off top spot now, albeit they've got the teams above have a game in hand.
Right, let's do the league table. So yes, there is lots. We are ahead of where we were this time last year. No issue with that. Great, excellent. How many points is Stevenage on, Nick?
Do I have to guess or should I look? Stevenage top?
Probably.
So they were.
Stevenage is top. 22? I think they might be on 29. Are they? No, we're on 22.
We're 22, so they'll be on 26, I believe. If they're on 25. 3 points. Well, we're 3 points behind them, not 4.
Right. Having played
2 games less. 2 games fewer.
So how many games have they played?
They've played 10.
10, right. So I might need to go back a little bit then. So I was looking at the League One table after close of play on the 22nd of October 2024. So we also have a kind of mismatch of teams who've played 11 and played 12. So
Yeah.
at the time we played 11, but Wrexham had played 12, Huddersfield played 12. All these teams were above us. Birmingham were top. So from 11 games, so that's where I got the 29 from. So Birmingham's next game, they must draw. And so after they played 12, they were on 29. Wrexham, having played 12, are on 24. Wickham at the
I forgot
time
about
played
them.
11, were on 23. Yeah, but Mansfield were 4th. I mean, this is why Bradford should not be carried away.
Yeah.
Huddersfield, Exeter were above us, Reading were above us, Barnsley were above us. We were 9th on 18 points. So the only thing, and this is what I am really conscious of, is that the teams this season are slightly ahead of, like, if we average it out over whatever number of games, slightly ahead, especially with Stevenage's 2 games in hand. So it's great, but we can't compare this year to last year. We need to look as well at what other teams are doing, because Birmingham had, at this point, had lost 1 and drawn 1. The big one, though, was that they'd scored 22 goals versus, what are we on? 4? No, that's our goal difference. We've
We're on
scored
18 goals.
We are 18.
8,
Yes.
Yeah, scored 18, conceded 14.
Oh, yeah, I gave you those stats. The top.
I've got the league table in front of me
Oh, right. Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah,
prepared now.
I don't think so. It's a kind of caveat. We've not had a terrible start. We're doing brilliantly, and we're maintaining momentum. Again, we said last week, over the next 2 games last season, we only scored 1 point. So we're ahead of that now, but with a caveat that you do need to look at it in the context of other teams this season, because it's not like.
Well, they does not seem to, I mean, some weird results yesterday with Bolton losing at Burton. Not only losing at Burton, but taking a bit of a hammer in at Burton. Burton pulling out the kind of result that they normally save for like March onwards.
Or, against Birmingham. Like there was some ones like that. Also, Donny lost 4-0 to Orient, which. So the Donny fan, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Donny fans in that, well, I don't love anything about them. They are, the meltdown has started. They melt down really incredibly impressively, and that started. They want to sign Luke Molyneux, who is their god and savior under normal circumstances.
I saw that, and I was just
it's bonkers. Tutula's one of the strongest goalkeepers in the league, like above Hinchliffe in terms of stats. They want to get rid of him. That it's
be interesting for us next summer.
They're Grant McCann. Don't ever, just anyone generally, don't ever ask how long they think Grant McCann's got, because I've genuinely only just recovered from the last time that Liam and I had that conversation. It was literally just a conversation, because at the time they were in the bottom 10 in the league, and they were the only team that hadn't sacked their manager. And they were really struggling. They had a really shit start to the season. So we had a conversation around how long do they give him. That translated into Hannah and Liam think we should sack Grant McCann, and just continued up until last season and them getting promoted. And yeah, they're not a friendly fan base. I'd really. all of the, even with they've been worse than Wrexham have from a, kind of an interface and people not being kind way. They've been absolutely the worst. So I'm glad that I've just doubled down. I don't think any of them will be listening. It's fine.
They'll find it. That's what these people do. These people find these things somehow. I don't know if it's like osmosis or what.
Oh shit! Well, you know who will find it? That Don fan that was complaining about Stockport County content being on League One Look.
Of course, our favourite. Yes, League One content being on the League One Look.
Hi, Danny. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Is there? So yeah, I mean, you look at those next two league games in particular, and it's not inconceivable that we could be top two after those over. This is if this is indeed the start of our mad run of form. It's come very early this year.
It's not even November yet. No, it's good. So we've obviously got Exeter and then Port Vale.
Then it's Vale away, yes. And then this is where it starts to get extremely interesting because we've got the small matter of Wigan in the EFL Trophy, but 3 days before that we have Luton at home, presumably led by Jack Wilshere. So that'll, if they get the new manager bounce, that should be a very, very interesting one.
Yeah,
but I mean, Wimbledon away, and a side who are up there at the moment. Whether they'll stay there or not, who knows?
It's one of my least favourite aways.
And then Peterborough away after that as well. Rooted to the bottom.
The Thursday night one.
Yeah, rooted to the bottom. I noticed that just passed me by. That Peterborough rock bottom.
Oh yeah, they've had an awful start. Awful start.
Yeah. There's no point backing Darren Ferguson though, is there? Because he'll be back in like a year or two.
No, I'll go back to my list. When we have Peterborough, I'll get Keelan on, who is a Peterborough fan that I used to work with somewhere. I think it's the Real EFL, but he's an actual grown-up sports journalist now, and he's genuinely very sensible and measured, but is very unhappy at the moment.
Yeah, I bet they are. I'd be unhappy if I had to live in Peterborough, to be honest.
Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't. You're all right. He lives in Leeds.
Oh, and he's still unhappy. Oh, good. Oh, he lives in a great place and he's still unhappy. That just goes to show that you can't have everything you want.
So he comes to Peterborough away for us. And the first time I met him was the game that Peterborough played against Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So
yeah, that'll put anyone in a bad mood. Is there anything else before we go?
No, I don't think so.
No. So
see you in like a month.
Yes. So excitingly, given that you're the boss and everything, you have picked some guest co-hosts for me, have you not?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I've only got two from three at the moment. So,
that's not unnerving at all. The way that you said and that's not terrified me at all. Oh,
I'm so excited! I'll be a bit at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party next Sunday. Like tuning in to see the chaos and mayhem that ensues.
Oh God, anything could happen. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've told them that they've got to join with paper bags over their heads. I'm not entirely sure whether they realise that I'm not joking.
It'd be really awkward when they take it off and I go, "Oh no, put it back on." That'll be an awkward way to ingratiate myself with my guest co-host.
Oh, no, because by that point you've guessed who they are.
Oh, maybe we should we should put teasers on the social media. I'm not going to do that because it'd be really. But if it was like underwhelming for people, that'd be awful. It won't be underwhelming for me though.
No, You like change of.
I've
what
said
do you
rather
call
have you
it? Just
here.
as good as the rest.
Change is
Change
good.
is as
Yeah,
good as
out
the
of my
rest.
comfort zone. Yeah, that'll be good for the anxiety. Very excited. Right, we will. Well, I will be back from 8 p.m. next Monday. The week after that, when we play Port Vale, we'll probably have to do a Tuesday show that week, I would imagine.
Oh shit! No, hang on. Whoa! What? I've already
Yeah.
lined up guests and stuff.
Well, we can't do the Sunday night because A, I'm at a wedding, and B, the
Oh
game
right,
isn't
so
till
it's not
Monday.
about the actual football; it's about your
Well,
priorities. Okay,
but
noted.
there'll be
Brilliant.
there'll be
All
no
right,
football to talk about. There'll be no football to talk
that's
about on the
how it
Sunday.
is. Well, there's always football.
Okay,
to talk
Hannah,
about.
I will do a podcast for you on the Sunday, and let's see how bad it is
Can
when
you
there's no
do?
game to talk about.
Why don't you do the podcast live from Sarah and John's wedding?
Maybe I will. Maybe we'll get a Twitter space on the go talking about the game that doesn't happen until the day after.
Oh God! All right, fine. I'll talk to my very efficient and professional stand-in to see if they can reschedule.
They're going to have to. I mean, they can do it on the Sunday night if they want, but they'll be talking about nothing. So.
Oh my God! Right, I don't think my anxiety could cope with. No, do you want fuck it? They can. Yeah, let's just give it to someone else for a week. How bad can it be?
When's International Women's Day? We should just let you and a load of women do it. Was it March?
That's you say that like it would be atrocious. Now I want to do it.
No, I was saying it like it'd be better. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anyway,
Well,
it's
I had
25
the
past.
idea last year and then forgot about it. So.
Well, that's what
Ally.
happens. Marginalized group in society.
I'm woke.
Yeah.
I'm a very strong feminist, so I believe women should be able to have whatever little mad thing they want. Just the type of guy I am. Right, but Hannah, have a lovely holiday. Don't.
Thanks. I'm going to see Matt. I've packed all his scarves and things that I picked up from the shop for him yesterday. So
Matt, if you're watching,
yeah.
I know you are. We're doing. Hannah says, "Can you do Tuesday for the Port Vale game instead of Sunday?"
I've put my fucking holiday around this.
drop us a text, Matt. Yes, so we'll see you next Sunday. Say goodbye to everybody, Hannah.
Bye.
Goodbye now.